please, sir. Thank you. Just keep your voice up because the microphone's in one direction and the jury in another.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Would you please introduce yourself to the judge?
My name is Brent Reitman. I'm a civil trial lawyer in Broward County.
How do you like being on that side of the podium?
It's an odd sensation.
Okay. How long have you been an attorney?
I've been an attorney since 2010. I've been practicing civil trial law for the last 13 of those years.
Are you a solo practitioner or are you part of a firm?
I'm part of a law firm with 3 other attorneys.
Okay. Who are those other lawyers?
Sure. It's myself, Scott Lieberman, Ivan Cabrera, and Sean Thompson.
For those who may not know what a civil trial attorney does, can you tell the jurors a little bit about the type of law that you practice?
Absolutely. So primarily, our law firm handles cases for victims or their families who have unfortunately befallen catastrophic injuries.
I want to ask if your firm was retained by the family of a young lady by the name of Katerina or Katy Puig.
Yes.
And was that in relation to injuries that she suffered as a result of a boat crash that occurred on September 4th, 2022?
Yes.
Were George Pino and his wife, Cecilia Pino, 2 of the people that the Puigs were suing as a result of what happened to Katy?
That's correct.
Ron, may we approach on legal issues?
Okay, come on in here. Please report. Thanks.
Mr. Reitman, you indicated that your law firm filed a suit against George and Cecilia Pino, correct?
That's correct.
Do you know what George Pino looks like?
I do.
Do you see him in this courtroom today?
I do.
Can you please point to him and describe an article of clothing that he's wearing so our record will be clear?
He's the gentleman at the end of the table, right in front of me in a blue tie.
We stipulate.
All right, so
In the course of that litigation, did you send to an attorney for George and his wife a document called an interrogatory?
Yes, I did.
Okay. First, what was the name of the attorney that was representing the defendant and his wife?
It was represented by an attorney by the name of Andrew Mescalotto.
Okay. Would you explain to the members of the jury what is an interrogatory?
Absolutely. In civil lawsuits, the parties go through a phase of what's called discovery, where each party is allowed to gather evidence to support their own claims or to learn about the adversary's defenses. One of the tools that are available is sending an interrogatory, which is a written question. That question has to be answered under oath or subject to the penalties of perjury.
For the record, I'm showing counsel states 1X and 1W.
Subject to the prior objections, Your Honor.
Right?
Mr. Reitman, I'm showing you states 1W and 1X. Can you take a moment, look at each of these exhibits and tell us if you recognize them?
Absolutely. I recognize them, yes.
Are these in fact the interrogatories and the answers to your interrogatories that was filed in the lawsuit against Mr. George Pino and his wife?
Yes, they are.
Judge, at this time I've moved states 1X and 1W for identification and evidence.
Same objection, Your Honor.
All right, no objection needed.
1W marked for this states exhibit 12 in evidence. 1X states exhibit 13 in evidence.
Mr. Reitman, I'm showing you states exhibit number 12. Whose answers are those for the interrogatories?
This one is the answers of George I. Pino.
All right. Now, I want to ask you, on the last page of that document, is there a place for the defendant to sign his name?
Yes.
Above the part where he signs his name, is there something known as a jurat?
Yes.
Can you explain what is a jurat?
So the jurat is where the oath of the declarant comes in. Florida rules allow you to either affirm under oath or to make a declaration under the penalties of perjury, which is what this one appears to be under 28 U.S.C.A. 1746.
Could you actually read to the members of the juror what it was that the defendant signed off as far as the truthfulness of his answers?
Sure. According to this jurat, it says, pursuant to 28 U.S.C.A. 1746, which is the statute I just referenced, I declare under the penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America, that the foregoing interrogatories are true and correct to the best of my knowledge.
And what was the date that he signed that document?
This is dated October 19th of 2023.
Now, the boat crash that was the subject of this litigation, that was on what date?
September 4th of 2022.
So this is more than a year after the boat crash, correct?
13 and a half months, correct.
Now, let's go over a couple of the questions that were asked and the answers. I want to direct your attention to question number 5. What was the question that you were seeking an answer to in interrogatory paragraph number 5?
The question on number 5 is, describe in detail how the incident described in the complaint happened, including all actions taken by you to prevent the incident.
What was Mr. Pino's answer under oath and penalty of perjury?
It was pursuant to Florida Rule of Civil Procedure 1.340 subsection C. Mr. Pino refers to his statements on body cam to FWC Investigator Thompson.
What question did you ask in paragraph number 6 of this document?
But would you explain what that 1.340C is?
Sure.
Oh, sure. 1.340C is a provision of the interrogatory rule that allows that instead of answering a question, If the other party has information that is equally accessible to them, you can refer them to whatever that item is as the answer to the question.
I practice criminal law, so correct me if I'm wrong, but does that basically allow a person in answering an interrogatory to say, hey, what I said that time, that's my answer?
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
So let's talk now about question number 6. What was that question that you were seeking an answer to?
Question number 6 is describe in detail each act or omission on the part of any party to this lawsuit that you contend constituted negligence that was a contributing legal cause of the incident in question.
Did Mr. Pino provide, under penalties of perjury, an answer to that question?
Yes.
What was the answer that he provided?
The answer was the wake of the unidentified vessel headed northbound was a contributing legal cause of the incident in question.
I want to direct your attention to paragraph number 17. What was the question you were seeking an answer to in that paragraph?
Question 17 is, did you consume any alcoholic beverages or take any drugs or medications within 12 hours before the time of the incident described in the complaint? If so, state the type and amount of alcoholic beverages, drugs, or medication which were consumed, and when and where you consumed them.
What was Mr. Pino's answer?
As disclosed to the FWC on the date of accident, Mr. Pino consumed 2 beers in the 12 hours before the incident described in the complaint. Mr. Pino took no medications or drugs within the 12 hours before the incident described in the complaint.
Did you also ask a question of Mr. Pino, the defendant, in paragraph 18?
Yes.
What was that question?
That is, did any mechanical defect in the vessel which you were riding at the time of the incident described in the complaint contribute to the incident? If so, describe the nature of the defects and how it contributed to the incident.
And what was Mr. Pino's answer under penalties of perjury?
No mechanical defects were known to Mr. Pino prior to the voyage. Unknown at this time whether a mechanical issue with the vessel contributed to the accident. The defendants have been unable to inspect the vessel as it remains under seizure with the FWC.
Ultimately, were the civil proceedings involving the defendant George Pino and his wife resolved?
Yes.
They're no longer active. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
No other questions, Your Honor.
Ross?
No question, Judge. Your Honor, can we reserve a further hearsay objection as well as to the interrogatory of
Yes.
Objection, Judge. Speaking of objections.
Sorry?
Whatever was reserved previously, those objections have been presented. Okay, very well.
May I have excuse me?
Thank you, sir. State your witness.
Yes, Judge, the state calls Araceli Alvarez.
Spell the first name, please.
Araceli L1.